President Uhuru Kenyatta's charges have been withdrawn by the ICC, and we know that thousands of people died before he was charged. And we're asking, where does this leave all these lives that have been lost without justice? What is your reaction to this?
Well, it depends. First of all, the people of Kenya are the ones who give the voice. They are the ones who are grieved. They are the ones who lost their loved ones, and they are the ones who can say something about their president. In the first place, they voted him into power. When he was called to the ICC to attend the conference, we waited for him and welcomed him back. If ICC, to my understanding, was put in order to make sure that it solves Africa's problems, if we can say that. And these problems were because the leaders in Africa were not responding to their public. So if someone wanted to be a tyrant, ICC would help him come in and discipline him. For the case of Uhuru Kenyatta, exactly when you look at his reception by the people, they loved him first of all and voted him into power. There could be a couple of them who didn't vote him and who are aggrieved, but they are not coming out to say that he's doing bad and we can't either charge him at home or choose him at home. So I think the concept of the ICC should be for only those cases where someone is actually the big boy that cannot be touched by anybody at home or by any other powers be. And then the ICC will come to him. But for Kenyatta, if you look at how many people sued him at work, I think the ICC should be wise, or should have been wise, and say, you first go back and we see how the people respond.
And what does this tell of the international justice system concerning African problems?
The bottom line is that if you look at the justice system, justice is for somebody who is aggrieved or who is complaining. And you have to put yourself in the shoes of the person who is aggrieved. For example, if we look at the Somalia solution now, being an African solution, something is happening. There is an improvement. Previously, when the American soldiers, for example, set foot on the Somali soil, everything went in the mess because the propaganda becomes easy. It's easy to say these are foreigners, they have come to do this, they are imposing this. But if we Africans can solve our own problems, then we can get some success. So it's not an indication that African leaders may change tactics and say we are not going or we are choosing. This is when the situation is really bad. And in those cases, someone else should come and solve it. But we shouldn't believe in someone from somewhere far to come and solve the problems in the family. Normally, the family members are able to know the problem at home. You could be having other fights, but when the people outside there are thinking it is another problem. So I think they should come in when the thing is really worse, when nothing else can happen.
So you mean to say that the Kenyans should solve their own problems?
Well, the ICC can moderate. For example, the Gachacha of Rwanda was able to solve a couple of cases. People sat down, they said, we saw you did the problem, you messed up on this other side, but we pardon you if you promise to be a good boy or a good girl. Then the ICC can moderate and say, okay, we can help you in taking him for either reprimand so that we set the conditions for justice. But if you cannot come all the way from, like for a campo, you can't come from all the way afar and then depend on a few people you interview. Some people will have their own problems. Depends on the person you reach on. You might find me when I have my personal problems with somebody. They say that person did A, B, C. But people at home know the problems, how they come about, and the root cause. So I think we should more focus on issues to do at home and first give home a chance. If home cannot do anything, then we come in and say, let's solve the problem.
Thank you.